Hello, and welcome to another episode of Vibrant Legacy Wellness. Happy 2025. 2025 is here. I don't know what happened. It's come so quickly. We're already 9 days in, maybe 10 days in when you see this. But today I want to just do a really quick episode because I want to talk about just setting goals and how we go about that and where we need to put our focus. So the first thing I'm going to do is just remind everybody, like setting goals for the New Year's, setting um like intentions for the new year. It's a great thing to do. It's wonderful. But I don't want you to think of it as just this thing that you do at the beginning of the year, because that's kind of where we get stuck in that cycle of not finishing our goals, not accomplishing our goals. At the beginning of the year, we set our goals. We say, this is what I want to do this year, but then we don't follow through. And what I mean by we don't follow through is we say something like, I want to lose this much weight. And then we don't take the actions, we don't set the intention, we don't have the mindset to see that through. We set the initial goal and then we just kind of think it's going to happen by magic, which it doesn't. If you really want to set goals, that is fine. But let's talk about just a few things that will maybe help you be more productive and reach your goals. First part is, let's not focus on the past. A lot of times, so often, I see it with my clients. I've seen it myself. I've done it myself personally, see it in my friends and family. We look back at the year before what we didn't accomplish, and we kind of dwell on that a little bit, and we carry that energy with us with our new goals. 2024 is gone. What you did or did not accomplish should have no bearing on what you wish to accomplish for 2025. And what I mean by that is, yes, we want to build on our accomplishments from the year before, but what we don't want to do is get so stuck on what we didn't accomplish and moving that to 2025 that we're focusing on 2024 goals instead of 2025 goals. Instead of thinking about what you didn't accomplish, just look at this year as a clean slate. 2025 is brand new. It's a new time for you to start from scratch, start fresh. You can do whatever you want to do. You can now make new goals. They can be similar to last year's goals, or they can be completely independent. It doesn't matter. What matters is once you make those goals, you have to set the intention, you have to have a plan, and you have to have the mindset to reach those goals. So the first thing we should talk about is mindset. No, actually, we're going to talk about mindset last because I think it's probably the most important part. But I think it's kind of the thing that we talk about, but we don't really maybe do it correctly. So we're going to talk about that last. First thing we're going to talk about is the action. If you want to accomplish something this year, you have to actually take action, and you have to take regular, consistent action. You have to be intentional about everything you do. And when you set goals that you want to reach, the people who set goals and reach them, it's not just about them setting a goal and taking action. It's about consistency. It's about them being intentional. And more importantly, it's about them forming that thing, whatever it is, into a habit. So let's say, for example, your goal is that you want to become healthier. And one of the ways that you want to do that is by walking 3 days a week. You have to actually consistently walk 3 days a week, even when you don't want to. As a matter of fact, especially when you don't want to. When you don't want to do it is probably when you should push yourself to do it even more. And I'm not talking if you don't feel well or if you're having a bad day. I'm talking about just pure, I don't feel like it. I just want to be lazy today. Don't allow yourself to make excuses. Allow your goals to become habits, because once they become habits, they're no longer goals. It's just a part of who you are. It's a part of your daily life. And at the end of the year, you'll easily look back and say, look, I accomplished all of these things because I made them habits. So that is kind of the first two parts is, well, really, that's kind of a few parts. So you want to set a plan, you want to take consistent, intentional actions, and then you want to form habits. People don't reach goals by making a plan and just doing their goals. People reach goals by turning their goals into habits. Now I want to talk about the hard part, which is mindset. Mindset is probably, I would say, the most important part of reaching goals, not because you have to have a positive mindset to do it, but you have to have the mindset of continuing to do it. You have to have the mindset of, I may not reach my goal today. I may not reach my goal tomorrow, but I know I will eventually reach my goal because I am continuously working toward it. I'm continuously making progress. And I'm not telling you to have toxic positivity and to be super positive and super optimistic about everything about your goals every day or everything in life every day. But what I am telling you is to have the mindset to continue to push yourself toward those goals, to continue to work toward those goals. And I'm also not saying push yourself to the point of exhaustion or push yourself to the point where you're not taking self-care, because those things are also important. But you have to remember to have the mindset of, I know I want to reach this goal. And so I can't allow myself to make excuses not to reach those goals. And we'll talk about this a little more because I really do like talking about goals for the new year and just goals in general, because I personally don't make necessarily just goals for the new year. I make goals. I really actually kind of don't make goals, I would say. I kind of say, what is it that I want? And then how do I put a plan in place for that? And I mean, I guess yes, it is a goal. But for me, I kind of focus on, how do I do this every day? How do I make this a habit? So for example, one of the things that I want to do this year is I set a big goal, I guess you could say, of reading 25 books outside of textbooks, like not textbooks, but just 25 books for the year. That's a really big goal. That's basically 2 books a month plus one. It's like, there are 12 months, so that's 24 books. So I have that extra book in there. And for me, I set the intention that I was going to try to read at least 10 pages a day. Sounds like a lot, but if you think about it, well, 10 pages a day if it's an actual physical book, and then like if it's electronic book, just 15 minutes a day. And I told myself that the most important part for me is I don't have to do that all in one sitting. If I have a couple minutes here, I have a couple minutes there. The point is that I'm doing something every day. And even if I don't reach the goal of reading 25 books, I can look back and say, wow, look how many books that I read. Look at all that I accomplished. Look at what I did, because I consistently turned that goal into a daily habit so that I could reach it. So my challenge to you is reframe your idea of your goals for 2025. Instead of thinking about, oh, I made these goals, I want you to think about, oh, I want to form these new habits, because these new habits are what are the things that are going to allow you to reach those goals, to become the person that you want to be, to make those changes in your life. So no goals, just habits. And that's it. Told you it was going to be a short episode. So thank you. Thank you so much for joining me in another episode of Vibrant Legacy Wellness. And remember, true wellness isn't just about the body, it's about nurturing your mind, body, heart, and spirit. Keep your energy high, your spirit bright, and your soul nourished. Until next time, stay vibrant and stay well.